And now it's Deborah Cobelt Live.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for joining us on Deborah Cobelt Live. And joining me, we've got Summer Moore, Star Sessions, fabulous female producing team of the show Pandemic Pillow Talk. It's a web series. I love this idea. This is so brilliant. Talk to me about it. Y'all also, I believe, Summer wrote it, edited it, directed it. Your entire team is an all-female team. I'm all into that. So thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Okay. Who came up with this idea, Pandemic Pillow Talk? Please tell me about it. Go.
I did. It's actually a spinoff from a short film I did called As in Kevin about online dating. And it stems from me being single, and I knew I had to do something about online dating and share my experiences and the guys that I've dated in the past. So in Pandemic Pillow Talk, I took characteristics of guys that I have actually dated in the past and wove them into the characters. So you'll see various characters like the non-committal guy that just wants to have fun and doesn't want to really and the woman's like, I don't really want a relationship, but I want to get married. So working all these crazy characters into this fun web series.
Okay. How do you even do that during COVID? Because you've got to be online. I mean, you got to get either real down and personal online. I mean, let's face it, you could do anything. You've got that shield. And if you don't like the person, you could just click off, right? I mean, but it must have been so hard. I mean, I've been married like forever. And I believe that Star,
Yeah, I'm married forever.
You've been married forever too. But Summer, right? How do you do this whole online dating thing in a pandemic?
Well, I did a lot of research on what people were really doing because I was not going under that. I don't enjoy online dating. They're usually nightmare dates. And then I'm like, I wasted my night. Why did I do this? So on what people were doing is they were actually doing Zoom dates. So it was really nice for the women because you didn't have to like drive across town, you go meet the guy and he's a dud, and now you've wasted an hour of your time. But they're doing it online, so they're doing Zoom dates. So the entire premise of Pandemic Pillow Talk is taking place on Zoom dates. So it had to make it very intriguing that the dates, you want to watch them, they're very exciting and engaging, or else it would just be like, oh, this is blah, watching Zoom conferences.
Oh, and I've got to say, how did you score Eric Roberts in this series? Like, I love Eric Roberts and his wife as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Big get. Tell me how that happened.
So this was literally during December 2020. So this was like the height of the pandemic. And we were casting, people who lived in the same home. We needed a mom and a dad that were quarantining together. This was before a vaccine. And so when we put out our casting notice, we were super surprised and super shocked that they also wanted to be creative while being at home. And they literally submitted a submission tape. And they literally nailed the role. They were exactly what we were looking for. And we were super stoked to have them on board. Eric Roberts and his wife as well, Eliza Roberts. They were complimentary of how we were doing this, which is super cool, dropping off the equipment outside of their home, sanitized. And they had to not only act, but they had to set up the cameras, set up the lights, set up the sound. And we were directing them through Zoom, which was pretty cool. And they really liked that we were able to do it this way and everyone could be remote. And they gave us a ton of compliments on how we created this amazing series.
Yeah, that's a big get. So this is 9 parts, right? What are we going to see in the 9 different parts? Tell me some of the good stuff that happens to maybe in one of the scenarios so we could tease it a little.
A super hot fireman. He's so hot, and my character Mackenzie hits it off with him, and you think he's going to be like a score, and then you find out he has a secret.
Oh yeah, that one's a fun one. And then you're gonna have some episodes where right off the bat he's not the one, and she's just trying to figure out, well, maybe I should just try it, and then she realizes he's not the one. So each episode has its own thing where there's kind of chemistry happening, or they built up some chemistry by using the app before they get on the Zoom call. And then, life happens. People walk in the background with, underwear on, or there's a lot of fun stuff that happens in the episode that just kind of makes it hilarious, and that's why it's a comedy. It's lighthearted, it's fun, and then there's some hot guys in the mix. So
right, and gals too. But I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Mackenzie. Is it mostly based around you, Mackenzie, and then all the dates? Is that it?
Yeah, and then my parents will come in and Zoom bomb occasionally, so we work the parents into there, and that's where it's very funny to watch. The mom's actually based on my real mom and things that she really did, and so my mom's not great with tech, and she's always calling me for tech support, which I think a lot of us have that are like, Mom, why do you keep bothering me with this? Like, I'm not looking at your iPhone, like, and so she's constantly having tech challenges that Mackenzie needs to resolve. But yeah, it's all about Mackenzie trying to find love and having to go through a lot of frogs to get to a prince.
I love individual jewelry pieces, and I recently discovered Annie's Kit Clubs and started making stunning earrings and necklaces that are all one of a kind. Each kit comes directly to my home, complete with real stones, pearls, crystals, and semi-precious gems to create any style from casual to formal. Kits are beginner friendly, they come with all supplies and instructions, but you know what? It doesn't end there. Annie's Kit of the Month Club also includes crochet and knitting clubs to make your own socks, gloves, and afghans. There's also a creative girls club, a young woodworkers club, so much more. Get 75% off of your first month of a kit subscription with the promo code DKLive75. Go to Annie'sKitClubs.com and discover a relaxing, unique way to create something truly special for you and your family. That's DK Live 75 to get 75% off.
Does she find the prince?
Oh, you have to wait and see. You have to wait.
I knew
it.
I knew it. Tell me a little bit about the all-female, like everything, right? This is an all-female project. Talk to me about it.
I'll speak up to that. As a, working with Summer, she's a writer, she's an actress, she's a producer. We have a team of editors. They're all women. And then we went as far as to make sure that the directors were all women. So there's a huge kind of collective of ideas and just making sure that we get everyone in there. We have a diverse team, women who were strong and had great opinions on lighting, and the crew was mainly women. We had a few men in there as well, but it was just cool to just have some creatives that could make some strong opinions, and they all just be women, right? So it was a fun time. So,
oh yes, we can make a series, write it, direct it, produce it. Oh yes, we can, and not only get it up on YouTube, but let's see where this thing goes. Right? What's the big hope for this? Because I know where I could see it. Tell me.
I'd love to hear. The whole goal would be to make a spinoff. Like, this is a spinoff of the short, then it goes into the web series, then it goes into the limited series, which is half hour, picked up by Amazon, HBO, something like that. That's we could do. Not Mackenzie sitting during the pandemic. She's out in the world. And one of the things I really want to do is an online date that I actually went on. I got ran over by a car, and so did my date. And I would really like to write. I have that for one of the episodes where we got rushed to the hospital, I guess.
Whoa. Hang on. You're telling me that happened? Wait a minute. That happened in real life to you?
Yeah.
Real life.
Whoa. Can you just for like a minute, tell me real quickly what happened? You got run over while you were going on a date? Like,
it could be an episode. You don't want to spoil it all.
Yeah, I could tell a little. I'll tell you, it started out really good because I was very excited because he was good looking and he looked like his photo, and I was like, this is rare. And he said, what do you want to do? And I said, I don't care. He said, let's go get something to eat. And sorry, I have something in my eye. And then we walked across the street and a car ran us over going 35 miles an hour. We got met by ambulances and taken to the hospital and spent a date. Our date lasted for 4 days in the hospital. I had shattered arm, hematoma in my head, and a broken leg. And he was a professional pianist, and he shattered his wrist and was never able to play again.
Oh no! Did you stay in touch? Hang on. Did you stay in touch?
No, the dates. It was not a good fit.
See. Now, to me, I would want to watch this series just to go, wait a minute, did you hear what happened to her? I love teasing stuff because then I can't wait to see it. This is
Yeah.
great. I see Reese Witherspoon written all over this thing. What do you think, girls?
Ooh.
I really do.
We love Reese.
Who
I'm
doesn't?
just
love
saying.
Reese.
I'm just saying. Talk to me real quick about your backgrounds. I'm going to start with you, Summer. And you got something in that eye over there, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No,
I'll
please.
go first.
Go
We'll
ahead.
get
Go
that
ahead.
together.
Yeah, go ahead. You fix your eye. We've got
Okay,
Star over
I think
here.
I'm better. Thank you. I just had to wipe. Sorry, guys.
No. Go ahead, Star. Go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, working as a producer in Hollywood, it's just really fun to like be able to go from the beginning of making something creative, and then hiring the crew and finding the crew. So I really like the organizational aspect of that, of like getting it from the start of the page and like literally getting it out so the world can see it. So I truly love producing. I've been doing it for many years. And, I just love just creating projects. And so I really hope that everyone will go to pandemicpillowtalk.com, support us, like, comment, and subscribe, the whole deal when it comes to YouTube, and watch our series, because it's going to be one you don't want to miss, and people are going to be talking about it. So super excited about it.
When will they start watching this?
When's their release date? Summer?
April 27th, next Wednesday.
That's right. April 27th.
Wow. That is great. You know what? I'm going to put a promo out on the 27th and remind people to watch this.
Yes,
that
please.
is fabulous.
Thank you.
I like the all-female team. I like the stories of what you've all been through. Really, for you, Summer. I mean, my goodness, that's a lot. A really funny story. My aunt, and this is a true story. I don't know. She was going to pick up her dress. I don't know, something, and she got run over like right before her wedding. And I think it was the rehearsal dinner. And it's like, well, where is she? Is she standing me up? It's like, I don't think so. She's in the hospital with a broken leg. So these things happen. And by the way, they've been married for a long time, so it all worked out.
Good.
But
Good.
I love now that we can put all this down. And by the way, they shot this on their phones mostly, right?
Yeah. So we were able to drop off the kits. And so there were
Yeah.
iPads, there were iPhones, there were things like that. And we were able to set it up. We were able to have, a cool program called Filmic Pro, where we could see them, make sure the lighting looked good, but we were talking through them through Zoom. So there was a lot of tech going on at the same time. But in the end, by the end of each episode and the end of each day, we were getting better and better at like making online movies remotely, so it was really cool to kind of
Deborah, from the acting side, it was very hard to have to do all the different things. It made me really appreciate a crew. It was like everybody, they'd be sitting on Zoom like, move your lights, do this, sound check, and you're running around and you're sweating, and then they're like, oh, okay, let's go, and you're like, wait, I need a moment, like I need to get into character. Like it was a lot of work.
Have you never acted before, or you did, and this was just a different experience because it was at home with the phone?
Oh no, I've acted a long time, but it was now that we're doing all the crew positions, because we're doing all of it. Makes it a whole other. It makes you really appreciate being able to only act.
Yeah, because when you're on set, it's very different than being on set. On set, you get to come to set, lights are already set up, camera's ready to go, you just do your job. But this was a task where everyone had to do everyone's job remotely. So our crew was telling them how to do it, and then they also had to act. So I was like, hey, you guys get to add it to your resume. So don't hate us, but they ended up loving the process in the end. I know it was hard. It was long, hard days, putting all that pressure on them to make sure that their sound was right, lighting was right, camera was right, all of that. So really, really hats off to our actors. They did an amazing job, and we're so proud of them. I
got a preview, and I have to tell my audience, this is funny stuff. You are terrific, Summer. I just love it. I love the whole concept behind it. It came out of a really organic story. I love that you're a female team and the people behind you helping to push this thing out. And I love Eric Roberts and his beautiful wife. So I cannot wait. This is a great package. So I think this thing's going to be wonderful. Any parting words you want to give our audience?
Head on over to pandemicpillowtalk.com. We're going to be streaming this starting next Wednesday. 2 episodes are going to come out each week, so you can kind of dive into each episode. And then that last week is going to be the finale, which is Woo, you're gonna love it because it's something different than all the other episodes, but it's hilarious. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said before, we are happy to have all your comments. So tell us what you think in the comments below. And thank you so much for having us on, Deborah.
I was thrilled. Love the idea. Love what I've seen. I think it's going to be a huge success. Like I say, I'm hearing Reese Witherspoon all over this. Summer, any parting words?
I just want to say that I really, really appreciate you having us on here and your audience listening and tuning in. And it really means a lot to us. Like every single person means so much to us. So thank you.
My audience is going to love this stuff. That's why when I heard about it, I'm like, I got to make some time. I got to make sure that I have these ladies on. So thank you both for joining us. And everybody, remember, Pandemic Pillow Talks. It's going to be a big hit. I know that so many people can relate to this. So many of us have friends, family, whatever. So please tune in. Pandemic Pillow Talk. Thank you so much, Summer and Star, for joining us on Deborah Cobalt Live today. You're both a delight. You've made me smile and laugh today. That's a great thing. So you can find my show, Deborah Cobalt Live, on YouTube. We put it on Facebook, IGTV, everywhere, Twitter, LinkedIn. And then we transfer it over for an audio version of our podcast. So you can hear it on iHeartRadio, Apple, just about anywhere that you get your podcasts, you'll find me. So put in that name, Deborah Cobalt Live. Thank you both again. Pandemic Pillow Talk. And thanks, Eric Roberts, too. I'm thrilled to watch you in this again. So thanks. And we have a little commercial from, you'll see, our sponsor. Bye-bye.
I love individual jewelry pieces, and I recently discovered Annie's Kit Clubs and started making stunning earrings and necklaces that are all one of a kind. Each kit comes directly to my home, complete with real stones, pearls, crystals, and semi-precious gems to create any style from casual to formal. Kits are beginner friendly. They come with all supplies and instructions, but you know what? It doesn't end there. Annie's Kit of the Month Club also includes crochet and knitting clubs to make your own socks, gloves, and afghans. There's also a creative girls club, a young woodworkers club, so much more. Get 75% off of your first month of a kit subscription with the promo code DKLive75. Go to Annie'sKitClubs.com and discover a relaxing, unique way to create something truly special for you and your family. That's DK